Morning, folks. Today I'm up at one of the trailheads in the Adirondacks. It's about 8:30 in the morning, and I think it's May 14th. So these trails in the Adirondacks, or I'm sure anywhere in the world, I just love the trails. They're cooler. Now I'm gonna take this. There's a red loop, and which is a shorter route, and there's another route that is longer. But I'm not sure I can make the shorter route. I used to do it, but I'm not sure I want to do that today. I think I'd be pushing it too much. And I don't like pushing it too much and then end up suffering and hurting. So I'm gradually getting better. We have cloudy skies, but we're not supposed to get any rain today. Isn't this nice out here? So I'm gonna go down to the bridge where there's a marsh, and then I'll turn around probably and come back. But today I wanted to talk about some of the reasons why it might be difficult for older people to lose weight. And this pertains to those that are even younger, that are not yet in their prime. And I'm sure all of you know it, but sometimes it helps to have a reminder of what's exactly going on with you. And it's not medical jargon, because I'm not that savvy on medicals. It's just things that I've heard through the years. But as you get older, your metabolism slows down tremendously. It's just a natural thing. It happens. So it doesn't matter who you are, how much in shape you are. Your metabolism is going to slow down as you get older. It's just all part of life. And so you're fighting against that, and if you're not out of shape, it's hard enough for you to fight if your metabolism was a younger person's, but you're fighting a metabolism that's going downhill. So that makes it harder. As you get older, you lose your muscle mass. And the muscles burn more calories. And if you're losing your muscles, you're not burning as many calories. Your metabolism is down. And even at rest, you're not burning as many calories as you would when you're older. So, and of course, this is so beautiful out here, folks. Get out and enjoy your life. I love this. And I have my protection. So, I'm ready. God willing. God's with me. And then, of course, we all know about the hormonal changes. Us women, we lose estrogen. Men lose testosterone. And those changes affect your metabolism too. So, it's like, it really is like a uphill climb. And as those things are happening to you, as those changes are happening to you, it's causing you to have different lifestyle changes where you're not as active as you used to be. And you start to slow down. I know I've experienced this. I'm still experiencing it, but those of us that are overweight, it's compounded. You know, or if our mobility is not as good as it used to be. And just going slower, you know, you're not burning the calories. So that's a big issue if you're not up and around. And then I think I'm walking fast. I brought my water today. And the black flies are out today, folks. So, and one more thing that I've noticed is, you know, I know my stomach has been screwed up with all the garbage I put in it. But I think as you get older, your digestion does take a hit. It might be gradual if you're in shape, but you're not in shape. So that's why it's so important to lose the weight, because you're already up against these things. And it could really, I said for years, it's all downhill, you know. I was getting heavier and heavier, and my mindset was, I'm getting the flies away from me. My mindset was, it's all downhill from here. And that was the wrong mindset to have. You know, yeah, your body changes when you get older. But it doesn't mean that you have to be an invalid, unless, of course, you do have a serious mobility issue. And, but for those of us that can get out and walk and get rid of those carbs, we have a chance to make our life much better. They have an outhouse back here that they put in recently. This years ago when I came, they didn't have this. And there's a bridge on that side, but I'm not going to that one. I'm going to go over here to a different bridge. But we still can have a quality of life. You could turn it around. Granted, you're not going to be like a 20-year-old, but we certainly can turn it around. I'm sure there's some of you out there that are in great shape in your older years. And I see people all over the place that are just, I have to say, I do see a lot of the ones like me, though. But, so I really think that we can turn it around, and there's hope for us older folks. And the reason that I say this pertains to the younger generation, those of you that are in your 50s, approaching the 60s, or in your early 60s, if you can get yourself in shape now at your age, you will have it a lot easier. You will go into old age gracefully. You won't have the hard struggles that those of us that are already in old age and have let ourselves go. This is the bridge I was talking about. This is one of the marshes, and people come here bird watching and hiking and picnicking, and I haven't seen fishermen in here, but I would assume you can catch fish in here. But anyway, what I'm saying is that if you're younger than the rest of us that are older, do it now. Don't wait. You know, we've all heard, I've heard it for years, oh, it's so much harder when you get older. I've heard that for years. I never paid any mind to that. You know, oh, so what? You know, that's a long time away. But it comes fast. And those pounds come on fast too. You have a perfect opportunity now, folks, to go into old age feeling good, having stamina, looking good. And it'll be easier for you to keep it off as you get older and older. Yeah, you're gonna feel the effects of the changes, but you're gonna be so much better off than struggling and coming down with diseases, you know, diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease. If you catch it early, if you catch it and you lose that weight and you start exercising now, you're gonna have it easier. I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have had enough sense to do that. And I would have listened to people that said that and not just brush it off my shoulder. Oh, well. But you know what? There's hope even for us that came into it the way we are. There's a lot of hope for us. There is a lot of people that have changed it at our age. Now, I'm pushing 68, so even older than that, people have turned it around. And it can be done. It's a little harder because of the reasons I just told you. Let me just see. I just want to see. Oh, yeah, I'm going to just get walked here to the end of this, and then I'm going to walk back. You know, it's not all doom and gloom just because you're getting older. Now, that's what I want to end this video on. It's just not. It's a little bit of a struggle, a little harder. It's going to take a little more time. It's not going to happen overnight. Look at how fast I'm walking. But I'll stop in a minute. But I do want to start doing those hits where I walk fast and then I walk slow. Well, folks, anybody could do it at any age. You just have to start slow and listen to your body. And don't overdo it. Don't get injured. A gradual change. And believe it or not, those little things that you're changing, you're going to feel a tremendous effect on your body. I started feeling better after a couple of days of not pigging out on carbs. Although I still have a long way to go, folks. Don't think I'm an expert. You know, and I mentioned the salt that I've been having. I've been cutting down on that. And I don't put much on my food at all. But when I'm eating those cold cuts, like ham, the salami, all that stuff is so salty, and I'm starting to become aware of that ever since that gentleman mentioned it to me. I'm keeping that in my mind, and I'm gonna have to eventually stop buying those cold cuts or even the kielbasa and all of that stuff. It's garbage. But this is the way that it's helping me transition. Listen. No, this is the way that it's helping me transition. And I'm eventually going to get off that kind of food. I want my food to be all wholesome. Not anything that is processed. And those meats, those cold cuts are processed. But it's gradual, like I said. You know, I'm trying to tackle each problem one at a time. Yesterday, again, I went with no Diet Pepsi. I had my glass of the unsweetened tea. And I did all right with it. It gave me the energy, the kick. And I didn't really miss the Pepsi. So I'm going right back the way I came in, folks. I didn't want to go over on that other side because it's a little hilly. And I didn't want to risk it. Not being able to get back out of here. Oh, I just love it, folks. I am so happy that I can come out here and do this. I know I said this before, but it's changing my life. And it will you too. All of you. Men, women, old, young. You know, it's a reason to get out of bed in the morning. You know, because if you're just planning on sitting in that chair all day, might as well stay in bed for a while longer. That's how I was. You know? And I was thinking the other day, I mentioned something about, I think it was yesterday, about people that just can't get out. And how hard it is when you really are homebound, your mobility won't allow you to get out. And you want to get off the carbs. And the carbs are the only form of enjoyment that you have. Because it is an enjoyment. So we can all admit to that, I think. It's a great pastime. You sit down with a big plate full of Chinese food. That was my favorite. Boy, I was happy. A guy that I used to date, he used to tease me because he could see that I was happy when that food was in front of me. And he started singing. We'd be sitting there at the table getting ready to eat, and he'd go, "I'm in heaven, I'm in heaven." I used to laugh. But I didn't know that I wouldn't be laughing when I got to the point that I am now. I didn't know that the laughing was gonna be gone. So, don't wait until you're older. No matter what age you are, get started on it. This is what God gave us. You know, most of us have healthy bodies except for the self-inflicted abuse that we gave it. And we can reverse that. Maybe not all the time, but you know, for the most part we can. Because like I keep saying, nobody's going to do it for us. Medical is not going to do it. Doctors can't do it. That's probably what happened. You know, they tell people 50 times, you got to lose weight, you got to lose weight, you got to lose weight. And every time the patient comes back in, they're still fatter, they're fatter. And I would imagine maybe doctors get tired of saying that, so now they push the pills. But I'm not giving them a pass, because they should keep telling people they gotta lose weight. You know, yeah, the pills are gonna save those that just can't do it. It's gonna help them. But I was thinking, you know, they were ready to put me on the blood pressure medicine, and not once did I hear anybody say to slow down on my salt. A doctor. I heard other people. And I know my brothers have, because I know salt's not good for you. But a lot of people on a carnivore diet, they eat the salt. And I think my problem is, I know I need the salt, but I'm not sure how to judge how much. You know, I don't want to take too little salt. So as you go along, folks, you run into these kind of issues. Okay, I'm getting there. So I hope you're all doing well, and I gotta thank you again for your likes, your subscriptions. I just love your comments. I love that people from all over are watching. I got somebody in Scotland, somebody in Vancouver, and it seems like you're from all over. All of us let ourselves get so sick. But I thank you for the beautiful comments and the encouragement and the suggestions, the tips. They help a lot. Folks, it's time. No more excuses. Today's the day that you're going to eliminate one carb. I'm yelling at myself. I'm not yelling. I just, I hope you wouldn't never think I was yelling. But that's what that nurse did to me, and I didn't like it. But you know, when I see people outside in the stores, or I told you this before, if they're heavier than me, my heart breaks for them. Because I know, even if, you know, anybody that's overweight, my heart breaks for them. I mean, even before I even started low carb, even while I'm being fat, because I know, I just know. I knew, you know, I knew that they were suffering. I knew that we all were suffering so badly. We could change it around. We all can. But those people that can't get out and they're sitting at home all day and they have no form of enjoyment, I've been thinking about that. I don't really know how to solve that for those that can't get out and get exercise that helps relieve stress. You know, the one thing is sitting in front of that TV on your recliner. If you could even just get up and sit on a different type of chair. You know, sit at this kitchen table and work on some puzzles or some crossword puzzles. Just to try to keep your mind busy. So you're not just bored and you want to reach for more food. But, you know, any kind of little activity like that you could do at home. Even if you could do chair exercises. There's wonderful videos out there on YouTube for chair exercises. Videos for senior chair exercises. And I know when I say this, I'm not saying this because I was so great or that I am so great that I'm doing it. I don't know why, I just kept putting it off. And I know that it wasted years out of my life. I could have had a much better life. I wasted so many years. So don't do that. Don't waste another day if you could help it. Folks, I'm back here at the trailhead. Good luck to you. I know you can do it because I'm doing it one day at a time. You know, I'm not 100% sure I'll be able to do this forever, but I'm doing it today. I went for my walk and I don't intend to eat no carbs today. And you can do that gradually, whatever you're capable of doing. Thanks for subscribing, folks, and giving me your likes and your comments. I appreciate them all. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.